I'm very proud of this channel and the beard community that kind of surrounds the channel, with the idea that we have proven we can handle more kind of sensitive or difficult topics, whether it's through a discussion or a Facebook post or whatever it may be. We're able to remain mature and professional even on subjects that maybe cause like arguments elsewhere. We don't have time for that. We're here to help each other. We're here to think and grow and all of that. No pun intended, grow. So let's prove that. And let's keep it real, right? Let's keep it 100 here. There are certain ethnicities that are just more follically gifted than others. There are certain ethnicities that are not known for having facial hair or full beards or prominent facial hair. And I want to know why. This is something that has really bothered me to not have a concrete answer for years now. If you haven't figured it out on this channel, I'm big into the why. Not just this is what has been done, this is what you should do. I like to actually ask why. I like to tell why, and prove why, and this is one that I really have not had a concrete answer. I think there's logic, I think there's thoughts, but I also think that it can be kind of confusing, and I would like to dive into it. Now, being that it could be a little bit more of a sensitive topic, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dan C. Bearded. I sincerely appreciate you giving me a chance on this video and checking out the topic. Just know that I was a middle school history teacher for 12 years. I was a swim and water polo coach for 16 years. I now coach futsal and soccer, and I'm used to these kind of delicate situations and navigating the waters. So just know that we're in safe hands. We've got this covered. If you're excited and optimistic about this conversation, if you could, it's free. Hit a thumbs up on the video. And if you like anything about beards and you're not, consider subscribing. This is a great place. Thank you to those subscribers that prove it every single day. So let's break it down. I initially, when I thought of facial hair in different ethnic groups and different races and different parts of the world, being more like blessed or gifted or naturally prone than others, I was like, oh, it's got to be evolution, right? It's got to be science-based. I'm assuming weather. And I'm like, where do we need facial hair? Oh, okay, maybe really cold places like Canada and Scandinavian countries and stuff like that. That checks out. But then there's cold places where we are not known for facial hair. And then on the flip side, should be true is if it's for cold areas, then hot areas don't have facial hair. And that's just not true in areas like the deserts and in the Middle East. And okay, all right. Okay, let's think about it from a different angle. Rather than that, let's think about specific like ethnicities, and let's think of like Chinese or just in general more so Asians. Not usually prone to the most gifted natural facial hair. And that's just being real. Are there exceptions? Of course, always. There's exceptions to every rule. But if we look at China as a whole and we look at the adult men, this kind of beard just is not common. Where if you go into the Midwest United States or you go in the South in the United States, this is pretty common. Now, I'm not anything special. You see this. Why is it? Because when we look at something like China or Asia in general, it is the most varying climates you can imagine. China has deserts. What? Yeah, oh my gosh. We can go over the Gobi Desert. We can go over, there's so many deserts. They have mountainous cold areas. They have big city life. They are coastal. It doesn't make sense. Now I was like, okay, maybe it's a war thing. China, some of the greatest dynasty wars of all time, the Shang dynasty, the Han dynasty, like the Qin dynasty. We could go on and on and on. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Why do some areas have facial hair and others do not? If it's not for temperature, if it's not for climate, if it's not for fighting, is it related to mating somehow? Is it that beards of a certain area? I don't know. And I really need to have this discussion. I know somebody's going to have some logic for me. I know somebody's going to have a study, a link, an article for me that I did not find because I don't know. I've never made a video like this where I'm straight up like, I don't know. But hopefully I'm putting a little bit of bait out there, a little bit of food for thought where you're like, interesting. Why, to conclude, do we think, and maybe I'll make a follow-up video, guys. I'll stay true to that. Why do we think that certain ethnicities are more follically gifted and others just are not? Why is that? Let's keep it professional. Let's keep it mature. And this really will be a full-fledged conversation and discussion down in the comments. And I would love to be able to put some pieces together and make a follow-up video using the feedback and using the information and logic from you guys. Let's dive into this because this is how my brain works. And this one has haunted me for a long time. So from me to you, thank you for helping me on this journey of thought. My name's Dan C. Bearded. Please stay bearded and stay positive.